Hey, welcome. It's another Cary Coatney comic book notes show. And I'm going to talk about some the DC Comics solicitations for the month of October 2025. I don't have the Marvel one. Otherwise, I'd do both of them. So here we are. We're in the beginning of August here, and it's like Medusa always says: "Hair today, or be bald tomorrow." So this is the DC Connect book that houses all the solicitations coming out in October 2025. And my local comic book shop didn't get their Marvels for the past couple weeks, so they said they'll be in this week, but I'm not picking up my comics this week. I'm picking up my comics next week. I happened to have gone in Saturday looking for a certain Marvel comic book. I was all excited to read one that was Marvel team-ups by J. Michael Straczynski. Is that how you pronounce his name? You know, the guy who created Babylon 5. And they told me that none of their Marvels came in. I was really excited to read that last book of the Marvel team-up one-shots he was doing, which was supposed to be called Spider-Man versus the Sinister 16, I think. I read all the 5 previous ones this week, and I had really a blast reading them, some of them. So anyway, what's DC doing? They got this thing called DC KO, which I guess is like sort of like Mortal Kombat, but all with DC superheroes, and it's supposed to be like a big event that that's supposed to tie in with the All In special that came in last year. That sort of introduced all the absolute characters and the parallel universe that formed the absolute universe, and compared to the all-in universe. I mean, it's just so effing confusing, but it's supposed to tie into both these things again. Anyway, this is I don't know if I'm on board with this or not. I think I'm gonna pass on it. It's just I just don't have the money to put in an event series. I gotta stick to the basics here, which is mainly the trinity of heroes, which is Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, and they're all in, and they're absolute titles. And I did not jump on Flash, Green Lantern, or Martian Manhunter, which seemed to be going strong. So I guess the premise is that the heroes have to fight each other in order to face off against Darkseid in some kind of arena. I don't know, man. Kind of. It seems like it's just a rehash of Mortal Kombat, and it doesn't really appeal to me. So going on, and they got these tie-ins, the Mega Act, Justice League, a title that I am reading, even though I haven't started reading them yet because they're in my queue, and I think it's the first DC book that's going to be my queue once I finish with my usual bunch of Marvels. After I get done reading these X-Men books, I'm probably going to jump into reading the Justice League Unlimited. I think I got like 9 issues in the queue to read. So, but unfortunately, they have to have a tie-in to this series that I'm not going to be reading. Okay, Superman 31 I am reading is also tied into it. I think it starts in Superman. The latest issues I think have something to do with Darkseid. So I'll be 2 titles I'm not reading anymore: Flash and Titans, just for budgetary reasons. Yeah, we went over this last month. I'll probably be buying that one. And here's something. Oh, with copycats here, the all-in. Of course, the all-in ones are going to sell better. But they're doing an annual issue, a recap of the past year's events and what's going to be happening the next year. Marvel's Ultimate Universe did the same thing with Nick Fury in it. So I guess DC feels like they have to do a commemorative year-end issue, and it's written by Al Ewing. I like his work, even though I'm not reading his Absolute Green Lantern. I do happen to like his work. Well, here's something that they're doing differently than Ultimate Universe, is that they're doing annuals, and they're giving other people a crack at it. Other than Scott Snyder, will be rewriting these annuals, I guess, and this one's going to be by Daniel Warren Johnson, James Harron, and Meredith McLaren, and with artwork by the same. Okay. Absolute Batman, which I think I haven't read past issue 9, but this is the absolute version of Catwoman. She looks interesting, except she's got this spear for a head. And I don't know many cats who run around with shiny spears for their faces, but we'll see. Can't judge. I mean, I'm right in the middle of the Bane storyline, and this is apparently the conclusion to that when Catwoman happens to be in it. Absolute Wonder Woman. I think it's okay. I'm going to keep reading it until the 24th issue. I think the people are contracted to do 2 years worth. And I don't know what happens after that. Absolute Superman. I read these. I kind of like this one. And this is like a sort of left off where I left off. And I having, I got to the point where Ra's al Ghul was introduced in this series. So, let's see, Absolute Flash, no, I'm not collecting it. Absolute Green Lantern, kind of wish I didn't pass on it, but, again, for budgetary reasons. Batman #2, all in. Now, I heard something about Rich Johnson from Bleeding Cool News leaked the entire issue, all the artwork for this issue online, and people are pretty pissed off about it. I do like the Batman's new costume. I like the new logo. Much better than the one that's currently on the comics. But what else? I heard bad things about this writer on here. She's sort of like I think she got in trouble for threatening. It was the writer, Rowland. J.K. Rowland's life on Twitter or something like that. So she's been, I guess, sort of not doxxed, but Me Too'd or whatever. Anti-woke stuff. That I can't keep up with the jargon these days. Of course, I'll be reading Detective Comics. That's one I follow religiously, and Mr. Terrific will be taking part of this story. I heard some interesting things that they might be turning the Mr. Terrific character from the Superman movie into a series, and I think they hinted at it at the tail end of the movie. Superman movie. Catwoman. Poison Ivy is getting her own annual. That seems exciting. And it ties in with the regular series, but I'm not a reader of the series, so I have to pass. These are series I don't keep track of. Batman, Robin, and Batman Year One. These two series that I dropped due to budgetary reasons. Kind of wish I didn't. As I was reading, I was kind of digging the storyline that I left off on, and it still hasn't been resolved yet. And what's this guy, the Quiet Man? Yeah, they introduced him where I left off, and it seemed intriguing. Same thing with Batman and Robin. I had the first two issues. I read those, and well, you know, there's always a trade paperback. Look what's coming up. It's Batman Day. Another Batman Day, and unfortunately, not all these books are free. You have to pay for the Absolute Batman special edition, and look at this big ass 50th special edition hardcover for the original, the first Hush story, not the second one, which I'm in my queue to read. But they do have a I don't know what this one is, but I'll probably have to seek this one out. I'd be interested in getting that. Batman Year 2 is being reprinted in a special Batman Day, and oh, look at that! The first issue of the series that I was just talking about. That's going to be a freebie. How about that? Batman Superman World's Finest, another book I dropped due to budgetary reasons. Batman Dark Patterns, I would have been into it. I luckily when the moratorium came down, that my ex-roommate was leaving. This was one of those series I had to drop. I'll probably pick up this Superman Red and Blue special. I like the first 4 books that came out a couple of years back, and this is sort of a I guess they printed this special edition to commemorate the Summer of Superman, and I'm interested in reading because there'll be a Paul Dini story in there, and that sounds intriguing enough. And jury's still out. I don't know. The thing is, I'll give it a 6 month. It usually takes me, my turnaround is like 6-7 months for me to get to a book from where I left off. And the Action Comics changed their format to Superboy stories, and I haven't read the first 3 that came out. So same thing with this. I've got the first 4 issues of this Supergirl. Because I figured, with a movie coming out, if any book coming out with Supergirl may be relevant and worth some money along the line. As you know, the Superman Supergirl's miniseries that came out, The Woman of Tomorrow. Now I have all the issues of that, and I'll probably be rereading them by the time the movie comes out. But they're worth bucks too. The reason Hip Comic listing for a mint copy, which I have, is $78 now, and let's see if the first issue written by Sophie Campbell is going to be followed the same. But Crypto, no effing way. Movie superstar, superstar. I'm not following a comic book based on a dog. Superman Limited, yeah, this is another one. I'll be on the bubble. Whenever I read by the time I get to my queue, it's not to my satisfaction, I'll probably drop it, regardless if it's written by Dan Slott or not. Wonder Woman, yeah, I'm going to keep reading Wonder Woman until Tom King hands in his resignation papers. But I'm not reading this one though. I'm gonna wait for this to come out in trade paperback, I guess. Well, it's Cheetah and Cheshire Rob, the Justice League. Never heard of it. Written by Greg Rucka, though. I don't have the money for it. Justice League Red. What's my verdict on this? Has the first issue even come out yet? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. Mr. Terrific Year 1, number 6. Yeah, for some reason this series is in hot demand, which is kind of funny because there was a series by of New 52, Mr. Terrific, his first ever solo series, and it's worth nothing. And you figure with the movie, him playing a decent part in the movie, and a really important part of the Superman movie, you think his book would be all his appearances would be shooting up, but such is not the case so far. New Gods 11, I think it's the penultimate issue. I think it ends after the 12th issue will be the last one, and that's next to my queue to read. I've got like 8 or 9 of them in the queue to read. So Aquaman 10, I got a bunch of those to read too, and it's written by Jeremy Adams, the same guy who has been writing the Green Lantern, and his work is superlative. It's he does a great damn good job on Green Lantern, and I'm really happy with those issues. No, I'm not reading. I quit Green Arrow, JSA, Flash. The reason I quit Flash and Green Arrow, it's too much like a family thing. It's not really focused on Oliver Queen, but rather the entire supporting cast, and it's just too much for me to keep track of. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you go. Green Lantern 28, written by Jeremy Adams, and the sister book by Jeremy Adams and a co-writer by Morgan Hampton. I haven't read any of these yet, but I just finished reading a few of these issues a few weeks ago. In fact, no, this is the one I left off in my queue. So I got that, and so. What's going on here with Joker, Harley, and Malicious Intent? I didn't read the other one, man. That this team did. And I probably won't be reading this one. It's just some Joker and Harley Quinn. It's just overkill to me. There were a couple other ones I bought with Joker that were in this black label format, and I think they were doing like 2 or 3 of them a month at one time. Is pick one. Some black and white artwork in there. What's this? Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. Oh, okay. This is the guy who does Ice Cream Man. I wish I could partake, but yeah. Oh, see, here's I think this issue will probably be out next week. Moral Legend Batman. One of those Batman projects, side projects I had to just skip out on. Green Lantern Dark, I'll be getting that one because I read the first 4 of them, and it's only a 7-issue miniseries, so that's the final issue. I read last year the Batman Gotham by Gaslight special, and this picks up where that left off, but I didn't really, at the end, I didn't like it too much. Gotham Academy first year. Becky Coonan is working on this one. No, it's just filler to me, man. Teen Titans Go. I found out that Hulu has this on past the almost entire season of Teen Titans Go, except for the current one, is running on Hulu. No, the first 7 seasons are running on Hulu, and seasons 8 and 9 are running on HBO Max. I was content with just buying the DVD releases of these shows, but for some reason they stopped after season 5, and I'm like 198 episodes behind on this series. So I gotta catch up. I put it on top of my queue on my Saturday Coatney's Cartoon Clusterfucks that I do every Saturday afternoon, where I watch for like 5 to 6 to 7 hours of freaking cartoons at one go. And since when has goddamn South Park become appointment television? I mean, and Deadline, Hollywood, and in my own Meta AI feed on Facebook, they blew the entire ending for me on Meta AI. So I've been avoiding everything about. I mean, the next day, Thursday, it's all them poking fun at the Trump, a fuckface felons 47 administration, the Gestapo squad, and I gotta avoid it at all costs. They start blowing things for me, or somebody's gonna post something about it the next day on Facebook, and I gotta scroll through that. Let's see. Wait a minute. Don't I have this one? Did I just get this one the other day? Oh. I got one of these at my local comic book shop. These people the people at my local comic book shop ordered like thousands and thousands of these facsimile editions because they had tickets in them for free screening of Superman in them. And and I told them that there's a story. One of the pages got mixed up in the Green Arrow story and an Aquaman story reprinted in the same book, and the first pages of each story got mixed up, and I told them about that, and I said, you should return these back. I mean, you don't need all these copies. I mean, and they said, oh no, we'll blow them out for $1 or so. So I took advantage of that. All right, I'll take one for $1. Actually, 2. They gave me one for free, and they gave me one I had to buy because they wanted me to open the copy and prove to them what I was talking about. And sure enough, slap on the forehead. I could have had a V8, moment. What's this Detective Comics 40? What's this all about? What's so special about this issue? It's a dark day for the silver screen when the stars of the latest remake of the classic horror film Dread Castle start getting killed off one by one, and Bruce Wayne's fiancée Julia, maybe next, learn the terrifying twisted origin of the rich. Oh, okay, the first appearance of Clayface. Okay, and he's getting his own movie now. Who's doing that? Is it some popular horror movie director is doing it, and a name escapes. I might be interested in getting that. That looks really badass. I remember seeing this in the stand when I was a kid, and I didn't have enough money for my allowance to buy one. But now for a whopping $15, you can get it. You can get the reprint of it. And you know how they and these things are very popular now. I mean, they're getting more popular. The treasure. I bought a new Superman one. At well, I saw at the local comic book store. They had a different cover to it. It happens to be the same cover I saw on sale at the Warner Brothers Studio store. But it was okay read. I mean, it was fun. It's nice to see artwork done in that format, that huge treasury edition format. I wish I could afford to buy more of them, but I might be into this thing. What's this thing about? DC Artist Edition line continues experience original art of DC's greatest issues and artists on original artboard size. I never would have thought they would make one of American Vampire, but Stephen King and Scott Snyder, and might be worth it. I mean, how much is it? $15. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was in the store the other day, the local comic book shop, and I saw one of the Hush 2 issues in that format, and it's holy cow, man, that must be something. Yeah, they're doing like current comics and and some maybe popular ones in that huge treasury format, and that it looks like a fun way to do it, but I don't feel like spending $15 for one. And it's a pain in the ass to get home too, man. Let's see, Mad Magazine. Oh, okay. So here are the trade paperbacks for the for Absolute Flash and Green Lantern. If I can find them over at Barnes and Nobles, I can probably get them for half price, or 30% off, whatever. I get when you remember that club that you have to pay yearly dues for, you can get stuff up 40% off, and it's useful when you're buying loads and loads of DVDs or Blu-rays and whatnot. Except it doesn't. You can't use that on the Criterion sales. It's the 50% off Criterion sales. You still gotta pay the 50% off, and nothing different. But you get, if you buy like a ton load of DVDs on Blu-rays, for every $100 you spend, you get $5 back, and they're very useful. What else is going on here? Batman Year One's coming in the trade paperback. Here's my second chance to catch up. Secret Six, written by Nicole Maines. She's the act on Supergirl show. She was a Dreamer. I saw a picture of her posted when she was over San Diego. And these things are fun. The Combat Comics WE3. What is that? Huh. What is that? Never heard of it. Oh, but it's by the same team of Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely, who did All-Star Superman, and I don't know where this originated from. Was this a Vertigo series reprinted? I don't know. Well, I suppose I'll find out when it comes out. When does it come out? Doesn't say when it's coming out, but you can order it this time. And I'm sure it'll be out in time to stuff into your Christmas stocking, as most of those Combat Comics are. Let me see, Batman, anything else? Absolute edition of Darwin Cook's Batman. Wow, how much is that going for? 544 pages, 100 buckaroonies, and looks like some good stuff in there. Yeah. Hitman. Oh boy, wonder where's he been? Oh, it includes a new story. Wow, that's a trip, and this is a omnibus too. 125 buckaroonies for 1,144 pages. And Doom Patrol. Did I read this? It looks familiar. Batman Robin, the Animated Adventures, the Demon Trilogy, 3 classic Batman graphic novels and 1 exclusive. Oh wow, Michael. Oh yeah, Michael W. Barr and Dennis O'Neil with Jerry Bingham. Yeah, wow. That brings back memories. Over when Jerry Bingham came to a local comic book store in Encinitas where I used to live, and he signed the first one. And geez, that's something I wish I did not trade in. Boy, oh boy. All right, Wonder Woman: Spirit of Truth. I have all these, and that's it. Everybody listening to this? I listen to this. This is part of my Coatney cartoon clusterfuck. I put it on a chapter a week, and it seems like they're still cranking out new ones because I saw it was up to 22 episodes so far. I'm only on like the 6th or 7th one. Jeez. But hey, great film. And all right, so next week if I get a hold of the Marvel one, I'll do another video on that one. Anyway, till then, ciao.